Hi, I'm Julie Marie and I'm here in the Protective Diet Test Kitchen, and I'm excited to show you a technique video to go along with Protective Diet and Protective Diet Education's Perfect Pie Crust. And first we're going to start off with a piece of parchment paper, and I want you to crumple it up into a ball. This is going to make it more pliable to fit into your pie plate. Open it up. And then crumple it up one more time. You'll see why I'm doing this. You could use this technique to line your loaf pans or your brownie pans or any baking pans that you'd like to line with parchment paper. As you can see, it's almost like as if it is elastic. So we'll place it into our pie plate and wrap it around the edges. You could even tuck it underneath the pie plate if you're having your kids or grandkids helping you make the crust to make sure it stays in place. We have our moist and our dry ingredients for our pie crust. Put them together. I just want to show you how easily this crust comes together and a trick to make it easy to spread in. This pie crust has a gluten-free option that's delicious. And you also don't even need a rolling pin. So bring it together as much as possible and then mix it together with your hands. Just going to form a nice dough ball. You don't have to roll this out onto the counter, but you can if you want to. This way it keeps it a little bit neater. Our dough is brought together. We're going to divide this into 4 sections, just like this, and place them into our pie plate. This is going to make it easier spreading an even dough bottom and up the sides. Next, I want you to rinse off your fingers, because if there's dough on your fingers, that's going to attract more dough to sticking to your fingers. And then you'll have a hard time getting this pressed out with your hands. So look at it as 4 quarters. And that's going to make it easier to spread out. We want a thin bottom. And we also want enough dough to go up the sides of the pie plate. When you're spreading it up the sides, I want you to take it about 3/4 of the way up the side of the pie plate, leaving about 1/4 bare. That'll be a perfect sized pie crust edge to fit the chocolate cream pie or our sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving. I'm super excited to get these new pie recipes to you with this beautiful crust. And if one side of the crust is a little bit skimpy on dough, take some of the dough from the other part of the pie and add it to the side. This crust is extremely forgiving and this dough is easy to work with. Get your kids in the kitchen this holiday season helping you to form these pie crusts. They're going to love it and have so much fun. And the more that they work with these plant-based ingredients, the more inclined they will be to try them and enjoy them right along with you. After you have your pie crust evenly laid into the pie plate and pushed up about 3/4 of the way, leaving 1/4 inch around the edge of the pie plate, you can go around the top edge and just flatten it out, or you can scallop it. You could take a fork's edge and put little indentations in it to make it fancy if you want to do it that way. This is the only area of your pie crust that's going to show after you fill it with the delicious filling. So don't worry about fingerprints and maybe some uneven spots in the bottom of your pie crust. But just make sure that there's no holes by pressing down. I'm going to fill it with my pie filling. I want to keep the center of my pie higher than the edges, just for presentation reasons. You can smooth it out with a spatula or the back of a spoon. I like to take it into a circle and then give it a little peek in the middle. Trimming off the extra parchment paper. And this is ready to go into my preheated oven. If you're following the directions as written, it'll instruct you to preheat your oven at the exact proper time so that it's ready to put the pie right in after you're done filling it. The hardest thing about this pie and this pie crust is deciding which pie filling to choose. I have the finished sweet potato pie here along with the chocolate cream pie. I'm having a challenge deciding which one's the best one. Jerry, he's been living on pie the past few weeks in the test kitchen while we perfected this recipe. So I think I'm gonna have this one for dinner. This pie is healthy enough to eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner while practicing a protective diet. Get your family in the kitchen. Have them help you make some pies this Thanksgiving season and holiday season, and have them eat alongside of you all the way to optimal health as a family. Take care and best of health. To make your pie look even more amazing on your holiday table, after it chills down overnight in the refrigerator, remove this parchment paper just by peeling it back. And you can place the pie right back into the pie plate to cut and serve, just like that. Or you can place it onto a raised cake plate to put out on your holiday table. Today I'm using just a classic plate to give you an option if you don't have a raised cake plate, and a ramekin, or you could use a bowl or anything that's raised up with a sturdy base, and you could place your pie on top of that to give it a higher presentation on your holiday table.